What you doing? Hey! Jack! Joey! Hey! Alright. It is another beautiful day while dogs are trying to attack each other. Uh-huh. They're arguing over a cucumber again. So, today I am showing you the garden and what we're doing at the moment. It's been a while since I've been on, and mainly just because with what's going on in the world, I think I was in a little bit of a depression state. So I think I'm slowly breaking out of that state and starting to be myself again. If you don't know, this is the Little Blue Homestead. The name is from my beautiful little blue house. There are my co-gardeners, Joey and Jack, the Queen of Attitude, Nina, and then the foreman, Tina. You do what she says, because if not, she will be a brat. So today, my garden, I am putting up stockings on a couple of the fruits in order to make sure that the bugs don't get to them. If any of y'all guys garden or you have sweet fruits, like melons, some squashes, you know that they like to eat them before you do. So over here is one of my very first melons. This is a Kajari melon. It's not quite got its orange color yet. It is still in the process of growing. But I put the nylon almost a week and a half ago. I gotta get this up real quick. There you go. So I put the nylon on almost a week and a half ago. And one, because we're hanging them. So what I do, I have the nylon tied to, where is it? I have the nylon tied to the metal, to my trellis, so it can support the melon's weight. A Kajari melon gets a beautiful orangey red color, and when it's ripe and ready to eat, you see them? Those are ants trying to get to my melon, which they can't because the nylon. Nobody likes the taste of nylon. So what I'm going to do, like this one, why am I having trouble focusing? Ooh, my focus is out. What is going on? Hi! Okay. Where did my melon go? So these tiny melons is what I'm about to cover up with nylon. That one, and there's a couple of other ones, like this one right here. So there's a couple of melons that are starting to grow, but also tomato inspector. He picked up a tomato that the birds have been picking at. We removed it and put it on the ground for the birds to eat and try to stay away from my tomatoes. I already lost 5 tomatoes thanks to birds. So that's why you see the shiny little caps there, trying to deter the birds from eating my tomatoes. And we're thinking about putting a bird bath out here, because one of the reasons why the birds eat the tomatoes is because they're looking for water. It's early June, but here in Texas, we're about to reach 100, I think Wednesday The midweek of next week, we're about to be in triple digits again. And given the weather, the sun, we're probably going to be in triple digits all week long for the rest of the summer. So that's the reason why the birds have already started eating tomatoes, looking for water. But like I was saying, the other reason that and the other thing I'm going to put nylons on is this. Get off. This is my mom's spaghetti squash. And we have a couple of them. Aww. That one right there did not get pollinated. And it has the freaking beetles eating it. So we're going to put this down over here. Hopefully the beetles can finish that off and leave everything else alone. So when we did get pollinated, like that big one right there, we're going to go ahead and put nylons. And cover it up. And I'm also going to tie it to the string or the pole so to act like some type of support. Because if most people traditionally grow squash plants on the ground for support, but we are growing up a trellis. Because of that, we take the nylons as another support and we tie it to the trellis to support the melons and the squash, especially that spaghetti squash over there, because it's going to get heavy. The Kajabi melons are going to be between 2 and 3 pounds, so it's not that much, but you see how skinny these vines are? So we want to make sure we support it. Alright, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to go ahead and cover my melons, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I went checking to see if I can find all the melons and squashes that I needed covering. And so I got Mom's big one right here covered. But if you can see, we got sunlight. There we go. This little bulb right here. And then we got a couple of that one right there. And we got one right there. So I didn't cover those because I didn't know if they got pollinated yet or not. So I'm just going to wait till they do the telltale sign when they get a little bit longer and a little bit more girth before I cover up like I have done this one. Again, the reason why we cover these is to protect them from the beetles. Tighten that up a little bit more. To protect them from the beetles and birds that like to snack off of melons and fruits. And I wanted to cover tomatoes, but I really don't want to cover my tomatoes right now. I'm kind of mad at the birds for that. But like I said, with this melon here, I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. There's a little bit of bird damage, bug damage right there. The scarring tissue. The scar tissue it has, that right there is from bugs trying to eat it while it was still younger. So by covering it up, it kind of makes it look more pristine, the type of melons you'll find at the supermarket or grocery store or even the farmer's market. But I do this is just because you can't babysit these all the time and you got little ants and bugs trying to eat it. Now I did cover this one right here and that one right there because they have given the telltale signs that they were pollinated. They had a little bit more girth and a little bit more length, like this one right here. Again, sunlight bad. There you go. This one right here is just a little polyp. Just a little pimple of a melon. So I really don't know if it's already been pollinated or not. So I'm going to wait till that either grows a little bit more or turn yellow from not being pollinated. I got that one right here too, which has an open flower, so hopefully it's being pollinated or been pollinated. Unlike this one, let's see if I can get the sun out of my eyes. This one right here Can't definitely not see it. Okay, let me try the other side. Sun, bad. Light, good. Sun, bad. Okay, let me see if I can find it again. Okay, that's a good one. There it is. Okay, you see how that's yellow? That means it's not been pollinated. So that little camera is definitely not wanting to focus. So let me hold away. So that little bit of yellow, that is from it not being pollinated. So I need to know. See how tiny it is? It's about the same size. So I need to know a little bit more information. It's race day. One thing I hate about the whole pandemic of businesses not getting together and things like that is I miss hearing the sounds of the cars from the racetrack. That's how I know summer started where I'm at. Because in the spring, you get the geese, the goose. In the summer, you got the race cars. And I'm so happy today they're starting up again. I can't wait to hear those funny little cars go vroom, vroom, vroom in my area. When I was younger, oh my gosh, it used to drive people crazy because the racing place was here before the development houses. So Devil's Bowl was here first. Then they started doing building developments around here. And then people had to hear the race cars. And they got upset because Mesquite's supposed to be this pretty little southern cowboyish city. But yet you hear race cars where I'm at. And it was driving people crazy because it was supposed to be country. But yet you got cars. And they tried to take the guy to court, but you couldn't do that because he was grandfathered. Which I am so happy. So he was grandfathered. He could have his little racetrack there because he was there before everybody else. And I grew up listening to the race cars from my room. That's going to go like that. I grew up listening to them and listening to people, I hate that Devil's Bowl, blah, blah, blah. But to me, it was a sign of summer. That summer was here. Here comes another one. I just love that sight. That summer was here. Everything would be good. Race cars are going to be running. Life is normal. So just to have that little bit of normalcy back, it feels so wonderful. Even if it drives other people crazy. Welcome back, Devil's Bowl. I missed you. I pray for the drivers because I really don't want any crashes today, especially since opening day. Right here, you see that beauty? It's not quite ready, and I'm going to try to keep the birds away from it, but that's a black plume. It's going to be deeper and redder, and it's going to be juicy and delicious. I've already picked about 3 of them, and I made me some tomato bacon sandwiches for lunch at work. So those are delicious. We got a lot of cherries. Unfortunately, I had a scavenger. One of my mom's scavenger friends came over and plucked all the cherry tomatoes. Let's see here. Here is a beautiful onyx heart. Another onyx heart growing. Bird damage. See, look what those birds do. They eat it because they need the nutrients, the water. But I don't blame them because this is Texas. I'm just trying to suck down at least 2 gallons of water because it's hot as heck. Those little birdies need it too. So I'm definitely going to try to invest in a bird bath or something for them to put water in, so that the little birdies can have water and leave my tomatoes alone. Look at that! I found one. Pop. Oh my god. Right in my mouth. Oh, it was delicious. I wish you could taste these. And I wish my camera would focus. I'm working on focusing, people. It's been a while since I picked up a camera. So I will figure it out. Alright, I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm going to enjoy this wonderful tomato. And see if there's anything else I need to put a stocking on. Oh, tomatoes. Tomatoes, tomatoes, taste like summer. Alright. So, I'm going to let you guys go. Acorn squashes. We haven't had one of these yet. Hoping we get something. Can't tell. But we'll hope we get something. And my corn is popping up in rows. And my okra, well, it's Texas, so okra does very, very well. And then we have I think these are patty pans or acorns. White acorns. Right there. Where's Jack? Okay. I need to find a dog. Alright. I need to find Jack. Alright. I don't remember him being inside. Let's go find Jack. Found him! Okay. That was Jack. There's a tiny little turtle in here. There he is. Tom. He's going to be next to be fed because it's almost feeding time for him. And before I say goodbye, I got onions. We pulled them, people. We pulled onions. There's some more inside of the garden, but those are the majority of the onions we pulled. Here's some onion greens. And here are some onions on a dehydrator. We are going to make some onion powder to let it last, because we already have onions chopped in the fridge or freezer. We have already cured some onions so that they can store over the winter. And then now we need to do onion powder, because I like onion powder in my eggs and my soups with onions. So yeah. Here's my shot of my house again. And I am going to let you go. This is Tasha from Little Bloom Homestead. Trying to get back on schedule. Trying to get back to normal. And if you'd like to see me get back to normal or hear me rant on a little bit more, please subscribe or see how horrible a job I am doing as a first-time gardener. Well, big garden plot that I have right now, because I haven't had anything that big. And you can criticize me. Oh, there goes another one. Yay! Here goes another one! Look at the car! Yep! So, if you want to watch me and make fun of me and give me tips on how to grow my garden or any other things, please subscribe and help me along. Little me, signing out. Bye!